Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal. Okay, good morning, and welcome to Friday, and not just any Friday. You probably already knew this, but it is Friday the 13th today, and it's our second of 3 of them this year. So maintain the status quo today, avoiding black cats, walking under ladders, all that stuff, or just refusing to leave the house entirely, whatever. But it is also National Good Samaritan Day, a day that's dedicated to doing something kind for someone else. Help a neighbor, buy someone a coffee, or at the very least, hold that elevator door for that person that you're just pretending not to see. All right, well, speaking of helping people out, the answer to yesterday's trivia question, Esperanto. Esperanto is the most widely spoken artificial language spoken in Europe, Asia, and the Americas. And now it's time for the essential vitamins in your morning cereal. Today's quote, and it is from birthday girl Michaela Schifrin, the Olympic skier. She's turning 31 today, and she once said, quote, winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means you're doing better than you've ever done before, end quote. Now, here is your morning decode. Success isn't always about beating everyone else. It's often about beating yesterday's version of yourself. All right, well, let's go ahead and hear from the experts now. It is time to pour in some Atomic Habits by James Clear. And today's section is called What Progress is Really Like. Now, James Clear, he challenges a common misconception here that we all have. We believe that progress should be linear. We expect improvement to look like a steady climb upward. More effort equals more results. But real life, it rarely works that way. Instead, Clear explains that progress often follows what he calls the plateau of latent potential. Now, stay with me here. In the early stages of any habit, whether it's fitness, a business, writing, or learning a new skill, you often see little or no immediate results, which is why many people, they quit early. But what's actually happening is that improvement is compounding beneath the surface, okay? Clear writes this, quote, breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions which build upon the potential required to unleash a major change, end quote. Now, think about an ice cube that's sitting in a room that's slowly warming up. At 28 degrees, nothing happens. At 31 degrees, still nothing happens. But at 32 degrees, suddenly it melts. Now, the work done in those earlier degrees, it wasn't wasted, it was necessary preparation for the breakthrough, for the ice to melt. Now, Clear explains that habits behave the same way. The early stages feel invisible, but they are quietly building momentum. He also notes that people often fall into what he calls the valley of disappointment. I love what he calls things like this. This is the moment when expectations and results don't match yet. People assume that the system just isn't working, when in reality, they simply haven't reached the tipping point yet. Clear writes this, quote, your work was not wasted, it is just being stored, end quote. And that is incredibly powerful. Small improvements compound, just like interest in a bank account, right? We keep comparing it to that, right? A 1% improvement each day. It may not feel dramatic, but over time it produces some remarkable transformation. So the key lesson here is patience with the process. Instead of expecting instant results, successful people, they trust that small, consistent habits are quietly shaping future outcomes. All right, here it is. Your Friday the 13th takeaway is stay consistent long enough to push through the plateau, because breakthroughs usually arrive right after people give up. All right, Cereal Squad, whether you're dodging bad luck on this Friday the 13th or just trying to finish that first cup of coffee today, remember that small habits today are quietly building big results tomorrow. All right, now the prize from the bottom of the cereal box, the morning cereal trivia question of the day. Here it is. Name 5, just 5 of them, of the 12 European countries where the euro replaced the local currency in 2002. All right? Well, hey, thanks for listening to Morning Cereal. We will see you back here on Monday for the answer to the trivia question and for more sugar for the soul. So have a great weekend. Good luck to you and your March Madness teams, unless, of course, you're playing the Kansas Jayhawks, then Rock Chalk Jayhawk. But until then, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Serial podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.